Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson, the greatest Laker of all time. Yeah, I said it. He is Mr. Laker. And Magic Johnson sat down with Bill Plaschke, friend of the show.
Yes.
Of the L.A. Times.
The esteemed columnist of the L.A. Times.
Yes. And Magic said this to Bill Plaschke. Remember, the Lakers are 24-4, looking great. Magic said, this team would not be in the position it's in without me. And he said, this was my strategy. This is what I thought we'd be in 3 years. I knew we were on the right track. Everybody wanted to do it their way, but I'm good with who I am. I think people respect what I've done for the team. Bravo, Magic. Magic Johnson is right on the money, just like he was as a passer. Always right on the money. Magic is right.
Chris.
The reason LeBron James is in L.A. is because of Magic Johnson.
It's because of Hollywood. He ain't come here from Magic
now,
Johnson.
Now, I give you...
Come on, Chris. I can't even believe
let me
that.
finish. I agree that he had business interests out here. There's no question. However, it is very questionable as to whether or not LeBron would have signed with the Lakers had Jim Buss remained in charge. And I think you agree with that, Rob. I'm not saying he definitely wouldn't have come, but when Magic came to the Lakers, that gave them stability and credibility in LeBron's eyes. Remember, they were a mess. Now, whether or not Magic could deliver on that or not, in LeBron's eyes, it said, okay, they're stable. I can trust the Lakers to do right by me. And then LeBron gets there. That was it. If that's all Magic did, it was enough because from there, there's been a trickle-down effect. LeBron comes. He gets Anthony Davis. Now you got veterans that want to come. Dwight wanted to come. Rondo wanted to come. Danny Green wanted to come. Avery Bradley. That's all I'm saying. Magic helped set it in motion. So let's not act like Magic was just, some stumbling buffoon running the franchise.
You mean Magic Johnson, the man who stood up there in front of everybody and told you that Lonzo Ball was going to have his jersey hung from the rafters and he's going to break all his records? The Magic Johnson who quit in midstream on the team, walked out, didn't even talk to LeBron James or the owner, Jeannie Buss, that Magic Johnson?
Yes.
Come on, Chris, you can't have it both ways.
No, what?
And for him,
he couldn't have made mistakes and still been responsible.
Why is he
for
patting himself
together?
on the back? We're in December. We haven't even made it to Christmas. If they fall on their face, will Magic stand up and tell you about how he put this all in motion when they get knocked out in the second round of the playoffs? He won't do that. That's the press conference I want to hear from Magic. I'm to blame. I'm the one who set this in motion. I'm the reason why L.A. hasn't won a championship since Moby Dick was a guppy. That's what I want to hear from Magic Johnson. Not patting himself after 28 games and wanting credit. What do you want? What do you think you get credit? What are you, an American Express card? You get no credit here.
First of all, get some new material. All right. If I hear since Moby Dick was a guppy one more time, all right. But look, I'll give you that. Let's see how this plays out. But you have to admit, Magic is right. Magic did have some. Who built it? Did Rob Pelinka build it?
Yeah, he's the one who filled the roster.
Did Kurt Rambis build it?
Rob Pelinka got
Magic.
AD. Rob Pelinka got AD. Rob Pelinka gets credit for Dwight Howard after Boogie Cousins went down. Rob Pelinka.
Look,
Magic wasn't there. Chris, stop giving him credit.
I know Rob
for
personally.
That. That's
I
nice.
covered him, but I also know him as a friend. I'm not dissing Rob,
yes, you
but
are.
keep it real.
No, I'm not giving.
LeBron got AD
No, he didn't. No, he
here.
did not. No, he didn't. You got to give the GM in charge, the person in charge, the credit. Come on, man. That's you blamed him when things were going wrong, and now all of a sudden he doesn't get credit.
I'm not saying he doesn't get some
credit. The same way Magic got credit, even though LeBron had bought a house in Brentwood a year before he decided to come to the Lakers.
Did he come that year?
Magic was sitting in his car.
Did he come that year?
Magic was in his car listening to Fox Sports Radio and to The Odd Couple. He wasn't waiting to try to convince LeBron on coming. He just was in the car for an hour because the entertainment was so good he couldn't turn the radio off.
There you go, selling another narrative. Don't act like LeBron James is not the reason Anthony Davis is in L.A. Now, I mean, Rob can get some credit. Yeah, he's the GM. But Magic was the president. He gets some credit. That's all the brother's saying.
He don't need to pat himself on the back.
Jerry West.
Especially after he quit on the franchise. Come on.
He wasn't patting himself on the back. He was asked a question.
If I'm Jeannie Buss,
and he gave an honest answer. That's all.
I would have thrown a wet blanket over his statue out front. Wow.
On that note, we're going to throw it out to you guys. 877-99 on Fox.
What? I'm just being honest.
877-996-6369. All right, your turn to weigh in. How much credit or lack thereof does Magic Johnson deserve for the Lakers being the best team in the NBA? 877-99 on Fox. Let's start with Dan in Washington. Dan, you're on with the Odd Couple.
Hey, Chris. Honestly, 99% of the time I agree with you.
What?
When it comes to you and Rob.
Smart man, Dan.
But I will say right now, you are completely off your rocker if you think that Magic has anything to do with the success here or he should get any credit with anything that's going on here. Like, yeah, he got LeBron there.
Well, that was but hold on, Dan. Do you think are they 24-4 and have Anthony Davis if LeBron doesn't?
But wait a minute, Dan. What Chris is not telling you is that Magic ran Kawhi off. Remember he came out after the meeting
they still
blabbing?
Got 2 stars.
Remember that he could have. They could be 28-0, Dan, with Kawhi.
They could. And honestly, all I think Magic really wanted to do was go there. He was going to shake hands, kiss babies, and freaking, stand next to his statue for a little while. He happened to get LeBron in town, and then he bailed on.
He quit.
That Magic,
Mr. Laker.
Magic is charming. He kisses babies. That's what he's Magic.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate the call. Sean in Sacramento, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Sean?
My uncle's from another mother, man. First of all, Chris, I feel you, brother. I got 3 kids of my own. I ain't buying no other grown man no Christmas gifts, man. Get out of here with that. Over here putting girls in college and buying the entire bad gifts,
Rob
Rob.
be trying to make me look bad.
Hey, Sean,
he's
just
buying
wait.
like dozens of people in the in the company gifts.
Sean, wait till you see
And
the
then
present
they look
that
at me funny.
Wait
like,
till you
where's
see
my
the present
gift?
I got Chris.
Rob
Wait till
got
you
me
see
a
it.
sweatshirt. Where's my gift, Chris?
Hey, on that note, I appreciate the hat, Rob.
All right, there you go.
But the one place I do agree with you, though, Rob, is come on, Chris. Magic might be the reason why this whole project almost failed. He was running his mouth about LeBron, teaming up with AD, made New Orleans shut AD down for the whole season. He was running his mouth about the youngsters, had the entire locker room upside down, chased off Kawhi by leaking that information, and then he didn't quit on the Lakers once. He quit on them twice. Remember that coaching job he did?
That's right.
Me neither, man. Come on, man. Magic ain't nothing but the name, and he's the second best Laker of all time. Shout out to Rob G and Kobe.
There you go. Wow. Thanks, Sean.
Hey, I love
Rack
Kobe.
'em right
But
there. Rack 'em.
Mr. Laker
Rack
is
'em.
Magic Johnson. Young boys, millennials.
I ain't paying.
Let's go to
for
Joseph
that.
in Virginia. You're on with the Odd Couple.
Chris, you know I side with you, brother, but Kobe is the greatest Laker of all time.
How old are you,
We got to
Joseph?
get
How
that
old are you,
to him.
Joseph?
We got to get that
Joseph,
to him.
how old are you?
29.
All right, you
Joseph.
never even saw Magic play.
Listen,
Joseph, do you remember when?
Kobe-
You remember when
what do you
Kobe?
remember about Magic?
Listen,
Him being on
what
the
I do know
TV,
is he had the
talking
greatest
basketball.
He had the greatest offensive weapon on his team when he got drafted. He had the dream.
And what
he
they
had
do, they won the championship.
Hey, Joseph.
And then
supposed
Kareem
to.
was old for the second half of Magic's
Come
career.
on.
Magic
Come on
helped
now.
carry Kareem, with all due respect to Kareem.
Joseph,
Let's not forget
Joseph,
Worthy. Let's not forget Worthy.
do you remember when Kobe quit on them in Game 7 against the Suns in the playoffs? You remember that?
Of course he doesn't.
Oh, you don't remember that?
Of course he doesn't
Okay.
remember that.
Just make
You
your
remember
point.
that, Joseph?
You don't remember that.
Man, you're not doing that. But as far as Chris is right, as far as Magic getting LeBron there, that was the whole deal.
Thank
Magic
you.
had to sell the Lakers to get him there. Once he had him there, AD's already with Clutch Sports. Everybody's seen it come. That's why the league was mad. If you remember last year, that's what they was angry about because they thought LeBron was doing some backdealing, if you will.
All right, thanks for the call, Joseph.
Outstanding call. Call anytime.
Rack
The
'em.
second half of your call was on point.
It was terrible. Safe in Los Angeles. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Yo, what's up, guys? I love this show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chris, I usually never agree with you, and I'm not going to agree with you now. I love Magic.
You don't love
Rob
Magic.
is right,
if you loved
though.
Magic,
I
you
mean,
give him a
Did
little
you hear what
love.
Safe said? Rob is
No,
right. Say it
Magic
again.
was a great Laker player, but as an executive coach, he's a snake oil salesman. He just smiles and he cries when he needs to quit. I mean, come on. LeBron was coming regardless.
100%.
Didn't have anything to do with that.
Why
And
did who did he meet with? Who did he meet with, Safe?
He had to meet with him because he
Well,
was an
who was
executive.
Was Rob
Who else was
Pelinka and
there for
Jeannie
him to
Buss
meet with?
invited to the crib? No, it was Magic.
Oh, that was all PR, Chris. Give me a break.
All I'm just pointing out the facts.
Thanks for
That's
the
all
call,
I'm saying.
Safe. Thank you.
I don't know about all the innuendo and all the scuttlebutt and all of the, the things like that. All I know is Magic was the one and the only one that went to LeBron's house. That's all I know. It's our man Eddie House. What's happening, brother?
What's going on? What's happening? How y'all
How
doing?
you?
Now, check. Okay, you got former teammates of yours going at it. Have you seen the latest with KG?
Yeah, I seen that.
Okay, he says that they broke LeBron. What's your reaction to all this?
Well, I think they were part of it. I don't think they broke him. What they did was they made him realize that you can't do it by yourself. But, hey, KG, on the same token, he got out of Minnesota because he understood he couldn't do it by himself. Yeah, it was via trade, but don't think he wasn't behind the scenes orchestrating that. Nobody could do it by themselves, and that was the way LeBron had to realize it. That, hey, man, I'm going against 3 Hall of Famers. I got to get some sort of help.
Right.
Yeah, but the only thing is there is a difference between trades and free agency. Trades, you have to give up something to get a player. So it's not exactly the same.
Rob, Kevin McHale helped the Celtics out. He helped us out.
I get it. I'm not saying that. And, yes, he's a former Celtic, and he did. But you still have to give up some players. That's why it's a little different. That's all I'm saying. I agree with that.
He's trying to hate. Eddie.
No, I'm not.
That.
Yeah. He found a way. He liked to poke. You know what I think it is, Rob? You don't like the New England area.
Who, me?
I think that's what it is. I mean, because you're New York,
Right.
and it's
Wait a
you
minute.
just got that rivalry. It's in your blood, man.
I went to college at Southern Connecticut State University. That's in New Haven, Connecticut. That's a part of New England.
Yeah, but it's not Boston.
It's closer. Yeah, it's closer to New York, man.
Yes. All right, Eddie. Look, this is interesting because both of these guys are renowned for their leadership. So I'm gonna ask you, tell us about KG's leadership with Boston, and then LeBron's. Not to compare them, but just how they were leaders. Were they different styles? What made those two great leaders?
Yeah, well, they definitely were different styles. KG was more in your face, and both led by example. But KG was more of a, when I say a dog all day, every day, that's what he was. Even when we was in the locker room, dominated personality, alpha male from the beginning, ever meeting him. And LeBron at times is a great teammate, and so is KG, but their approaches are different. One is, I don't care if this makes you uncomfortable, I'm going to talk bad about you because you're playing bad. One is like, all right, well, I'm going to try to help you through it, and if you stay playing dookie, you stay playing garbage, I'm not going to really confront you about it. I might say something to somebody else about it. You know what I mean?
I might post something on Instagram. Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
So LeBron
that's
was not the type to confront. He wasn't.
Not really. I mean, you can see, that though. I mean, if you watch his game, he's not really a confrontational type of guy. Don't get it wrong. When I say that KG was a dog, that's not saying LeBron's not a dog. LeBron is a dog, but there are different type of dogs. There's dogs that are always trying to bite you and are trying to attack. And there's some dogs that get backed in the corner and then they bite. So that's the difference in the type of dogs.
How about LeBron James talking about, I'm not into load management, and if I'm healthy, I've never heard more phony talk ever. And
I hear it every day.
Be quiet. And Eddie, you know what I'm talking about. LeBron, the whole term load management came when LeBron wasn't playing. And also, LeBron took time off. Do you remember when he took 2 weeks off during the season to go down to Miami?
And
remember that?
Problem.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but he wasn't healthy.
And also, wait a minute. I got it. Wait a minute.
You going to let Eddie talk?
I think what Rob is anything LeBron do, you're gonna try to find something.
No, I'm not.
Right? So if he plays, listen. So he's saying to you, if I'm healthy, I'm gonna play. But on the flip side, you're mad that Kawhi is saying, I'm taking load management. You can't play both sides of the fence.
No,
Which
I'm
one
not.
is it that you want him to do?
My point is that he has done it to act like, oh, if there's one kid up there, that's what Michael Jordan said. He stole the quote. If there's one kid up in the bleachers and this is his only chance to see me play or whatever. LeBron came to L.A. 2 years ago and played one game against the Lakers on a Friday and skipped the Clippers game. And there was a ton of kids with his jerseys on who felt that they got cheated. So the whole notion that if he's healthy, he plays, he sat out games when he was healthy. What is he talking about?
They're in L.A. They could get another ticket to go see a game.
They can't. No, they can't.
Eight times they played that.
But I'm talking about this was before he came to L.A. and he did that.
Okay. So before he came to, well, that's not cool. I've been on that. That if you come and you're not a part of the Western Conference and you don't play a team multiple times, I think if you come on the road, you should play, especially if it's on TV as well.
Right.
But you should play because that is that one opportunity for that kid been waiting all year. It might have been his Christmas gift, since we
or birthday present.
Happy holidays, by the way. But it's or a birthday or anything. It's just or he might got straight A's and that was his reward, and then he gets there and LeBron's not playing. I don't agree with that part of it, but. Again, I'm not going to knock and say what he's saying is phony. I really believe that if he feels like he's heard all the comments about the load management thing and also about how Michael Jordan never took games off, he's always in the back of his mind, no matter what anybody says, it always has that shadow that he's cast under, and that's the Michael Jordan shadow.
Eddie, I'm sure you probably saw at least the highlights of the Lakers game last night. They lost to Indiana, if not the whole game. They shot the Lakers 8 for 17 from the free throw line. That's 47%, and we know they lost by 2 points or 3 points. They're 28th in the league in free throw shooting. And LeBron obviously isn't shooting great from the line either. Do you think that will come back to haunt them? Obviously, if they play the Clippers, it's probably going to be a close series. You think like this is something they really need to worry about, the free throw shooting?
You're damn right it is. I don't care who you are, man. Any team that's given up that many free opportunities to put points on the board will come back to haunt you because these games, I mean, you see it happened yesterday, right? But you see these games in the playoffs are normally really tight games. You have some blowouts here and there, but for the most part, these games are nip and tuck. They're give and take. And if you on the free throw line and have an opportunity to get any kind of free bread, as like I like to say, you get some free cheese out there, you have to make sure you take advantage of it because there's baskets are at a premium and scoring points are at a premium because everybody's on top of their game. So they have to fix that, man. No team wants to be a bad free throw shooting team. Nobody.
How about, Eddie, the big game, of course, tomorrow is the Lakers and Bucks. Each team 24-4. Who is this a bigger game for? Is it a bigger game for the Lakers or for? But if you had to pick one, who does this matter more to?
I won't pick one because both. This is a game I always call you. These are the FU games, right? When you come in here, you trying to show, man, FU, I'm a better team than you are, and if somebody gets exposed, either somebody gets exposed or it comes down to one of those good games where it's been some mistakes made here and there. And so it's important for both teams. It's important for Milwaukee to say, hey, I don't care what's going on out west. We're the dominant team over here. Giannis, I'm the dominant player. I don't care all these headlines. He could play all the games he wants if he's as whatever quotes he said. I don't care. I'm going to fly under the radar, and I'm just going to go out and do what I do. On the flip side, the same thing is happening with L.A. It's like, oh, so we supposed to be meeting y'all in the finals? Okay, so, well, let's see what's going to happen. So it should be a playoff type game tomorrow. I mean, I don't expect anything else. I've been in these games to where you got two teams who feel like they are the team that's going to win it, and it's man, I got goosebumps thinking about it.
Last year they played they played obviously twice, but I remember the game in L.A. later in the season, and Milwaukee won 131-120, comfortable win. But I thought Giannis, he had 16 points. He was 7-14 from the field. He did have 15 boards. LeBron had 31 points, 10 assists. I thought that Giannis kind of deferred a little bit to LeBron. in that game. I don't know if you remember that game, but did you feel any of that? And this year, I mean, I assume Giannis is going to try to come out and establish himself as the best player on the floor.
Well, that's exactly what he's going to do. I mean, if you look at Giannis from last year to this year, I think he's really put in a whole lot of work to not only his body, how he's going to prepare to take hits going to the basket, figuring out different angles, working on his three-point shot. But also, I think what he's done is done a ton of film study, because the Raptors gave a blueprint to how everybody thinks this is how we can guard him. And right now, teams are trying to do it, and he's still figuring out ways. And that shows me that he is a student of the game, and he's not taking anything for granted. He's not sitting back on his laurels and saying, hey, man, I know I'm 7 feet tall and I could take one dribble from the three-point line and dunk it. But at the same time, he's finding ways to get into the lane, make plays for himself and make plays for others. And that, to me, is a testament to him spending time in that film room, because that's a part of it that a lot of people kind of dismiss and sweep under the rug, is the preparation. If you're prepared and you've seen it and you know what you're looking for and you see it coming, it's a lot easier that you don't have to try to be making those decisions. The decision's already made. It's clear cut. As soon as you see it, you're able to make the decision, not you're reacting to what they're doing to you. So I think that's the biggest thing I've seen. The biggest jump in Giannis's game is that he's not only talented, he is a student of the game, really.
All right, great stuff, Eddie. Quickly, who's your pick for tomorrow?
Ooh, oh man, I'm gonna go with the Lakers, man. I gotta go with the Lakers. The Lakers are playing great basketball, and this is the thing about Milwaukee. They shoot a lot of threes, and with the length of the Lakers, long threes, long rebounds, and contested shots, I think that I think the Lakers get it done. I think it's gonna be a really good game, though. But hey, I ain't worried about that. We got a game tonight. My son's playing tonight. Arizona State. We're at Talking Stick Resort Arena. We're playing against St. Mary's tonight. I'm excited about that. We got to get this W.
All right.
Good luck to your son
too. Yes, definitely.
Okay,
Happy
cool.
holidays, man.
Same to y'all, man. Y'all take care.
You're the best.
Rob Parker just received one of the most prestigious awards in all of sports media. We'll tell you about it next. It's The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Yes, Big Daddy.
What's happening, y'all? It's Chris Broussard.
I'm Rob Parker.
And we are
The Odd Couple. Check us out as often as you can on YouTube.
And always remember, I'm Oscar, and he's Felix.
Oh, man. Are you serious?